Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're going to be exploring something pretty cutting edge,
Oh, yeah.
agentic AI.
Wow.
The kind of AI that's not just, following our instructions, but like
Right.
making its own decisions, setting goals,
hmm
tackling problems like a total pro.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking about your average spam filter here,
Yeah.
right?
No.
This is AI that's like stepping up, ready to reshape industries,
Yeah, that's right.
whole industries.
We're talking about AI that operates with a degree of independence we haven't really seen before.
Right.
To really grasp like the magnitude of this shift, it helps to kind of look back at how AI has evolved.
Okay. Yep.
Remember those early days of rule-based systems?
Right.
They were basically like digital recipe books, if
Right.
this, then that.
Yeah.
Pretty limited.
Yeah, those early chatbots, remember?
Oh, yeah.
More frustrating than helpful.
Absolutely.
But then things started to change, right?
Yeah.
With machine learning,
Right.
suddenly AI could like learn from data,
Yes.
which led to some impressive breakthroughs,
Absolutely.
like image recognition and all that.
Yeah.
But agentic AI, this
But
takes things even further, right?
it really does.
So what makes it so different?
Well, imagine AI that's less like a tool
Oh, yeah.
and more like a collaborator.
Oh, interesting.
So there are three key things that set it apart.
Okay.
First, it can make decisions autonomously.
Okay.
We're not talking about pre-programmed rules here.
Right.
This is about analyzing complex information, making judgments based on the situation,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a human would.
So it's not just reacting, it's actually
Mhm.
analyzing and strategizing.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a game changer.
It is.
So how does it actually do that?
Well, it uses sophisticated algorithms to weigh options and then choose the best course of action.
Oh, okay.
The second key aspect is goal-oriented behavior.
Okay.
Instead of just responding to inputs, it can actually set goals
Right.
and then work towards them.
So instead of just identifying cats in pictures,
Right.
it might decide to find all the cat pictures on the internet
That's a fun way to think about it.
and then, I don't know, like build a website dedicated to them or something.
The point is it's proactive.
Uh-huh.
It's driven.
Okay.
And finally, what truly makes it agentic
Yeah.
is its constant learning
Right.
and adapting.
That-
Every decision, every action feeds back into the system,
Yeah.
making it smarter, more effective over time.
It's almost like it's developing its own personality
In a way, yes,
as it learns and grows.
it is.
But before we get too philosophical,
Sure.
I have to admit the technical side of this still feels a bit
Yeah,
mysterious to me.
of course.
Like, how does it all actually work?
Well, let's demystify it a bit.
Okay.
Think of agentic AI as having senses through what we call perception systems.
Okay.
These systems use sensors, algorithms, to gather, understand information about its environment,
Okay.
much like we use our sight, hearing, and touch.
So it's creating its own digital picture of the world.
Exactly.
Right.
And this information could be anything from visual data captured by cameras to, financial market trends.
Oh, wow.
Once this information is gathered,
Yeah.
the decision-making process kicks in.
Right.
And here's where things get really interesting.
Okay, lay it on me.
Yeah.
How does it actually make a decision?
So this is where those algorithms we talked about, they really shine.
Okay.
Think of them like a set of intricate rules
Uh-huh.
or guidelines that help the AI analyze the information it's gathered.
Okay.
It takes into account its goals, any constraints,
Yeah.
and then chooses what it believes is the best course of action.
Right.
But making a decision is one thing.
Right.
Actually doing something in the real world is another.
It's not enough to just think about it.
Yeah.
It needs to take action.
And that's where action execution frameworks come into play.
Okay.
These frameworks translate the AI's decisions into tangible actions. For example, if the AI decides to buy a particular stock,
Uh-huh.
the framework would send the order to the stock exchange.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
So it's kind of like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Perception, decision, action.
But it's not a one-time thing.
Right.
The really fascinating part is that every action feeds back into the system.
Okay.
The AI analyzes the results of its actions,
Uh-huh.
uses that feedback to learn and adapt.
So it's constantly improving.
It's a constant cycle of improvement.
That continuous learning aspect.
Yes.
That's what makes it so powerful, right?
Exactly.
It's constantly refining its understanding of the world,
Right.
becoming more effective at achieving its goals.
It is.
It's like the ultimate self-improvement guru.
In a way, yeah.
And that's why there's so much buzz around agentic AI right now. The
Absolutely.
potential applications are vast,
Yeah.
incredibly exciting.
It's very exciting.
We're talking about revolutionizing everything from how robots work in factories to how we diagnose and treat diseases.
Yeah, it really has the potential to be transformative.
Speaking of exciting applications,
Yes.
I know you have some real-world examples that'll, like, blow our
I
minds.
do.
I, for one, am ready to dive in.
All right, let's do it.
Where do we start?
Well, let's start with an industry that's already seen some major disruption from AI manufacturing.
Okay.
Imagine a factory where robots aren't just mindlessly following programmed instructions,
Yeah.
but making decisions in real time.
Oh.
They can adapt to changes,
Mm.
solve problems,
Yeah.
even optimize their own work processes,
All without human intervention.
all without human intervention.
So we're talking about a factory where the robots are essentially calling the shots.
Exactly.
That's next level automation.
It is.
How do they even do that?
Well, they're using sensor data, visual information,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of other inputs to get a complete picture of the production process
Okay.
and then make decisions on the fly.
I'm picturing a robot foreman walking around with a clipboard.
Yeah.
Yelling at the other robots to pick up the pace?
Yeah, maybe not yelling,
Okay, maybe not yelling.
but you get the idea.
But you get the idea.
It's not just about robots replacing human workers, though.
Right.
It's about creating a more efficient, more adaptable manufacturing process.
Okay.
And that's just one example.
Okay. So
Let's move from the factory floor to something a little closer to home,
right.
healthcare.
All right.
Imagine AI-powered medical devices that can personalize drug dosages based on a patient's real-time data.
Whoa. Okay.
So instead of a doctor deciding on a one-size-fits-all dosage,
Right.
the device itself would adjust the medication
Mm-hmm.
based on how the patient's body is actually responding.
So it's like having a personalized medical team constantly monitoring your vital signs,
That's right.
your blood sugar levels, even your genetic markers to determine the optimal dosage to any given moment.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
It is.
It's like having a personalized doctor on call 24/7.
It is.
And what about diagnosing diseases? Could agentic AI change the game there?
Absolutely. Think about an AI system that analyzes medical images,
Okay.
lab results, a patient's medical history to identify patterns, potential problems that a human doctor might miss.
So it's not just about treating diseases,
No.
but potentially preventing them altogether.
Exactly.
That's a whole new level of healthcare.
It is.
And it's not just limited to diagnostics.
No.
Imagine AI systems that can monitor patients remotely,
Right.
alert doctors to potential problems,
Yep.
even intervene in emergencies.
Exactly.
So we're going from reactive care to proactive care,
Exactly.
all thanks to agentic AI.
That's right.
It's like having a guardian angel watching over your health.
It's a good way to put it.
Okay, so we've covered manufacturing and healthcare.
Right.
What about getting around? Transportation's another area where AI is making huge strides.
It is.
We're all familiar with the concept of self-driving cars,
Right.
but agentic AI takes this to a whole new level, right?
It does. Imagine smart traffic management systems that can predict and prevent traffic jams.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
How is that even possible? Is it reading our minds and telling us to stay home?
Not quite.
Okay.
These systems would use data from traffic cameras, GPS devices,
Uh-huh.
even weather reports to identify potential bottlenecks,
Okay.
and then adjust traffic flow accordingly.
So like dynamic speed limits, rerouting traffic,
Exactly.
even controlling traffic signals in real time to optimize the flow of vehicles.
That's right.
Okay, I'll admit that's pretty cool.
It is.
No more rush hour nightmares. Sign me up.
Exactly.
And it's not just about making our commutes easier.
No.
This technology could revolutionize logistics, delivery services.
Imagine AI optimizing delivery routes, predicting delays,
Okay.
even autonomously managing entire fleets of vehicles.
We're talking about a world where packages arrive on time, every time.
That's the goal.
Okay, I'm officially on board with this agentic AI revolution.
All right, I'm glad to hear it.
And we haven't even touched on finance yet. This is another area where agentic AI is already making a huge impact.
It is. Think about algorithmic trading systems that can adapt to market fluctuations with lightning speed.
So we're talking about AI making investment decisions faster
Yes.
and more accurately than any human trader ever could.
Exactly. They can analyze massive amounts of financial data, identify patterns, and execute trades in milliseconds.
And they don't get distracted by emotions or biases.
Exactly. They're very objective.
It's like having a superpowered financial advisor working for you 24/7.
That's the idea.
Okay, I have to admit, this is all pretty mind-blowing.
It is pretty amazing.
But it also makes me wonder about the potential Downsides.
Yeah.
Is there a dark side to all this autonomy and intelligence?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's one we need to explore carefully.
All right, buckle up, everyone,
Yeah.
because it sounds like things are about to get really
God
interesting.
does, it does, yeah.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of agentic AI. We just finished exploring some of the amazing applications,
Yeah.
from smart factories to personalized medicine, even AI that predicts traffic.
Right?
It's all pretty exciting, right?
It is. It is.
But now it's time to ask the tough questions.
Yeah.
Because with any powerful technology
Sure.
comes the need for careful consideration.
Of course.
And that's what we'll be talking about today.
Yeah.
The challenges and potential downsides of agentic AI.
Right. We need to approach this technology with a critical eye,
Yeah.
not just marvel at its capabilities,
Huh.
but to really understand its potential impact
Right.
and figure out how to harness it responsibly.
Exactly. So where do we even begin?
Hmm.
Like, what are some of the biggest concerns we should be thinking about?
One of the most pressing issues is reliability.
Okay.
We're talking about AI systems that are designed to operate autonomously,
Right.
which means they need to be incredibly robust and resilient,
Yeah.
able to handle unexpected situations,
Uh-huh.
adapt to changing conditions,
Mm.
make decisions that are consistently safe and effective.
Yeah.
Remember those self-driving cars we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine the consequences if the AI controlling those cars
Right.
isn't 100% reliable.
That's a sobering thought.
It is.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement
Right.
of what this technology can do.
Sure.
But we also need to consider
Yeah.
what might happen if things go wrong.
Exactly. And that's why reliability is such a crucial area of research and development.
Yeah.
We need to ensure that these AI systems are built with safety and stability in mind.
So it's not just about making AI smart.
No.
It's about making it dependable, predictable, and trustworthy.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Trust is going to be essential
Yeah.
as we move forward with agentic AI.
Speaking of trust,
Yeah.
one thing that makes me a little uneasy is the whole idea of AI making decisions
Sure.
without human oversight.
I understand.
How do we know those decisions will always align with our values, our ethics? What if the AI comes to a conclusion that's technically correct,
Yeah.
but morally questionable?
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
And it highlights the need for what we call value alignment.
Okay.
It's about making sure that the AI's goals, decision-making processes are in sync with human values.
Okay.
That they're not just optimizing for efficiency or profit,
Uh-huh.
but also taking ethical considerations into account.
So it's about teaching AI right from wrong.
In a sense, yes,
Right.
but it's more complex than that. It's
Oh.
about building AI systems that understand the nuances of human morality
Yeah.
and that can reason about ethical dilemmas in a way that's consistent with our values.
I can only imagine how challenging that must be.
It is a challenge.
It's hard enough for humans to agree on what's ethical, let alone program it into a machine.
It's definitely a complex issue,
Yeah.
but it's one that we can't afford to ignore.
Okay, so reliability and value alignment are definitely high on the list of concerns.
They are.
What about the practical challenges?
Sure.
I mean, building this kind of advanced AI
Yeah.
must be incredibly difficult.
You're right. There are a lot of technical hurdles to overcome.
Yeah.
One of the biggest is complexity.
Okay.
We're talking about AI systems that are made up of millions, even billions
Right.
of interconnected components.
Yeah.
And making sure all those components work together seamlessly is no small feat.
I'm starting to get a headache just thinking about it.
It's definitely a challenge for the engineers and developers
Yeah.
working on this technology, but it's also a challenge for the organizations and companies
Yeah.
that want to implement agentic AI.
Right.
They need to have the infrastructure, the expertise,
Yeah.
the resources to support these complex systems.
So it's not just about having the right technology.
Yeah.
It's also about having the right ecosystem in place to support it.
Exactly, and that includes not just technical expertise,
Yeah.
but also things like data management, cybersecurity,
Uh-huh.
even legal frameworks.
Okay, yeah, the legal stuff.
Yeah.
That's a whole other can of worms.
It is.
How do you regulate AI that's making its own decisions?
Right.
Who's responsible when something goes wrong?
Those are big questions,
Yeah.
and there are no easy answers, but they're
Mhm.
questions we need to start grappling with now.
Yeah.
As agentic AI becomes more prevalent,
Mm-hmm.
we'll need to develop new legal frameworks
Wow.
to address issues like liability, accountability, even the potential for AI to be used in harmful
That
ways.
sounds like we're entering uncharted territory.
We are in many ways.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah?
We're pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Right.
And we're having these important conversations about
Right.
the ethical and societal implications of this technology.
It's like we're writing the rule book as we go along.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
And it's important that we do it thoughtfully and carefully
Right.
because the decisions we make today
Wow.
will have a lasting impact on the future of AI.
Okay, so we've talked about reliability, value alignment,
Right.
complexity, legal challenges.
Yeah.
What other potential downsides should we be aware of?
Well, another concern is the potential for job displacement.
Right.
As AI systems become more capable,
Yeah.
they may automate tasks that are currently performed by humans,
Uh-huh.
leading to job losses in certain sectors.
Yeah, that's something people are worried about.
It is a valid concern.
But I've also heard arguments that AI will create new jobs,
Right.
that it will free up humans to focus on more creative and fulfilling work.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
But it's important to be realistic about the potential impact on the workforce.
Right.
And to think about how we can mitigate the negative effects of job displacement
Okay.
through things like retraining programs, social safety nets.
So it's not just about developing the technology, it's
Wow.
also about managing the social and economic consequences.
Exactly. We need to ensure that the benefits of agentic AI are shared widely, and that we don't create a society where only a select few benefit from this technology.
It's about using AI to create a better future for everyone,
Yeah. That's the goal.
not just for the elite.
Exactly. And it's something we need to keep in mind
Yeah.
as we move forward with this technology.
All right. We've covered a lot of ground today,
We have.
from the technical challenges to the ethical dilemmas.
Yeah.
But despite all the potential downsides, I still feel a sense of optimism.
I do too.
You know, there's so much potential here
There it is.
to solve problems, to improve lives, to create a better world.
I share your optimism.
Yeah,
Agentic AI is a powerful tool,
it is.
and it's up to us to use it wisely
Right.
to ensure that it serves humanity
Yeah.
and not the other way around.
Well said. I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about today,
I hope so.
but there's still more to explore
There it is.
in the final part of our deep dive.
Right?
We'll take a look at the future of agentic AI,
Okay.
the cutting-edge research, the emerging trends, and the potential for this technology to reshape our world
It's going to be fascinating.
in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of agentic AI.
It's good to be back.
We've covered so much ground,
Okay.
you know, from the technical nuts and bolts to the real-world applications that sound straight out of science fiction.
It's been a wild ride.
It really has. But we also had, you know, a really thought-provoking discussion about the potential downsides,
Right.
the challenges, the risks, and the ethical questions that come with this level of AI autonomy.
Yeah. It's important to consider all sides.
Absolutely. It's clear that agentic AI has the potential to be incredibly disruptive.
Oh, definitely.
But disruption isn't always a bad thing,
Not
right?
at all.
It can also lead to innovation and progress.
Absolutely. It's like anything else.
Yeah.
There are two sides to the coin.
Exactly.
But even with the challenges we discussed,
Right.
the potential benefits of agentic AI are just too significant to ignore.
I agree. So let's shift gears a bit and talk about the future. Okay, yeah. Where is this technology headed?
That's a big question.
What kind of breakthroughs are on the horizon?
Yeah.
What are researchers working on that has you particularly excited?
Well, one area that's particularly promising is the development of what we call generalized intelligence.
Huh?
Right now, most AI systems are very specialized.
Right.
They're good at one or two specific tasks, but they struggle when faced with something outside their narrow domain.
Kind of like a chess-playing AI that can beat a grandmaster,
Right.
but can't make a cup of coffee.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
But generalized intelligence is about creating AI that can learn and adapt to a wide range of tasks and environments.
Yeah.
It's about moving closer to the kind of flexible, adaptable intelligence we see in humans.
So we're talking about AI that can not only solve specific problems,
Right.
but can also learn new skills,
Yeah.
apply knowledge in different contexts,
Exactly.
and even reason about the world in a more human-like way.
That's the ultimate goal.
Now,
And it's a goal that researchers around the world are working toward.
it sounds incredibly ambitious.
It is. It's a long-term vision.
Right.
But the progress we're making is incredibly exciting.
I can imagine. It would be like having an AI assistant that
Yeah.
could help you with anything from writing a report to planning a vacation. A
Exactly.
true digital partner.
That's the idea.
And it's not just about convenience.
No.
Generalized intelligence could revolutionize fields like scientific research, healthcare, and education.
Absolutely. Imagine AI that can help us make new discoveries,
Wow.
develop personalized treatments, and create customized learning experiences.
It's like unlocking a whole new level of human potential.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah, so that's generalized intelligence.
Yes.
What else is getting you excited?
Another area that I'm personally very interested in is the intersection of AI with other emerging technologies
Right.
like quantum computing and biotechnology.
Okay, now you're really getting into the realm of science fiction.
It may sound like science fiction now,
Yeah.
but these technologies are advancing rapidly.
And the potential synergies are mind-boggling.
Like what? Give me an example.
Imagine AI powered by quantum computers
Okay.
that can solve problems that are currently intractable,
Right.
or AI systems that can interact with our biology at a molecular level,
Wow.
leading to breakthroughs in personalized medicine and human augmentation.
It's like we're on the verge of a technological singularity,
Yeah.
where the lines between human and machine start to blur.
It's a fascinating and perhaps a little unsettling possibility,
Yeah.
but it's something we need to start thinking about now.
Right.
As these technologies continue to converge,
Yeah.
the ethical and societal implications will become even more complex.
It's a lot to wrap our heads around.
It is.
But I think that's the takeaway from this whole deep dive.
What's that?
Agentic AI is a powerful force that's already reshaping our world.
It is.
And it's only going to become more influential in the years to come.
I agree. It's a technology with immense potential
Right.
for both good and bad.
And it's up to us to ensure that it's used responsibly and ethically.
So what can we do as individuals to prepare for this AI-powered future?
Well,
Any advice for our listeners?
I would say embrace lifelong learning.
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
The skills and knowledge that are valuable today might be obsolete tomorrow.
Right.
So be curious, be adaptable, and never stop learning.
It's like we need to become lifelong students of technology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's also about developing critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills,
Uh-huh.
and the ability to communicate effectively in a world that's increasingly dominated by AI.
It's about staying ahead of the curve
Yeah,
and making sure we're the ones shaping the future of AI rather than the other way around.
that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to ensure that AI serves humanity,
Right.
that it enhances our lives, solves our problems, and creates a better world for all of us.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to end on.
It's been a great conversation.
It really has. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the technical intricacies of agentic AI to the ethical challenges and the future possibilities.
It's been a journey.
It really has, and it's been a fascinating journey.
It has.
And I hope our listeners have found it as thought-provoking as we have.
I hope so too.
Well, thank you for joining us.
It's been my pleasure.
And remember, the future of AI is in our hands.
It is.
Let's make sure we use it wisely.